uh, body request dot method. Let's go to postman. Go to postman. Take it this link. Go to here post like body. I'm sending something in the body. I'm doing some request. Why it is not taking? It is doing post request to the server, but server is like instead of this, you should say here body. Stop the server, run it again, go here, send it one more time. I did one JSON here. It should take na. You know what is the problem? It is taking the data, but are you ending the server, sir, in the post request? No, na. See, it is taking the data, but the response has to end na at one point. You are not ending the data, so you should write it like instead of server, take it the response, and I will write it here response dot on whenever the data is ending. Once it is over, so I will send it here console.log, or you can even write it like response.write or something kind of one. You can send this particular data here. Whatever the body they got it here, this body you can push it into this array. There is an array called data here. Data dot push body, and I will say here same logic. Copy, paste. No. What is arrow? You are writing it in rest.online. Sir, this arrow one is called arrow functions. Do you all know this, ma? In JavaScript, you will have something called arrow functions. Instead of writing it a normal function, sir, you can write it in a shortcut called arrow function. Normally, people will write it something called like this function, fun. Instead of writing like this, people will write it like const fun equals to arrow. Both are basically same only. The only difference is arrow functions will not take this keyword. Arrow functions will not take. Second, arrow functions is a modern way of writing the normal functions. If it is one statement, na, you don't need to write return keyword. You don't need to put the braces also. You all know my arrow function. Online, you all know sir arrow function. Yes, sir. Good, good. Do it here. This time send the request. Now what is happening here? I'm sending here localhost 4000. I'm sending here the request. In console, it is not printing anything. Post request, if the request dot method is post, then it should print here something. Response dot on body. In the body, it will do this. Whenever you are ending, you are just saying it like this is a status. You are just writing this particular data. Why it is not giving it? Somewhere I got the error. Why? हाँ सेमीकोलन हाँ छोड़ दो. console.log. Hi. Go here. Request is not even going there. I sent it in body some kind of JSON which is actually needed. When I sent the request, oh, every time you did a change, sir, the problem is like server is not restarting. So we need to restart the server one more time. Hi is printing. That means it is going inside. Body is also printing. That means it here also it is taking the body. Okay. And here I will print the body. Console.log body. Why it is not giving the response when I said it like here? And cancel here. Sir, usually in real time, people will never do this. In real time, people will do it like, I know, Express.js to do this API request. I'm just showing it like how it will work here. It is printing high, but it is not going into the body. Response dot on body. Why it is not printing it? Internet connection is not good, but that doesn't make it any sense. Okay, we'll check it. The main thing is very simple. Here, whatever the request dot method, based on that the server will respond, sir. Okay, are you getting my point, ma? It may be get request, it may be post request, it may be put request, it may be delete request. Based on that, your response will become. Now, last one. Let's go to the notes. HTTP server. I think yesterday we write the notes for HTTP server. Please note down this, sir. For HTTP server. Did you note it down, ma, this one? Please note it down. I stopped the server. Once this is done, I will explain you module system today. We need to discuss more. One more time. Once more time. One more time I'm telling it, sir. HTTP server. HTTP is a module which is used for HTTP request, which is used for the HTTP request. What you will do is in this HTTP request, sir. In HTTP request, you will take one HTTP module, const HTTP equals to require HTTP. Okay, it is a default one. Using HTTP, what you can do, sir? You can create one server, sir. What the server will contain, sir? Server will contain one callback function. Server will contain one callback function. What does this callback function will do? Callback function will take it two things. One is request, while another one is response. When the request will contain so many things. Request will contain request method, request will contain request URL, request will contain it like request headers, request will contain it like so many things. Now based on that, if request method is a get request, if someone is front end is requesting get request, someone front end is requesting get request, at that time show them response 200 and this is a status or something kind of one, and then give him whatever the JSON dot stringified data because it has to send only stringed one, and then the response end karo. So automatically whenever you do get request, sir, automatically it will give you some data array. Simple. The same thing happens in fake store API. If you go to fakesstoreapi.com, you will get it all the products listed there. Again, I'm telling it, if you don't know basic JavaScript also, start learning asynchronous JavaScript. I want everyone to know fetch. I want everyone to know promise. I want async await, how they work. Online, do you all know these things, ma? Post method. Actually, the post method should work. The problem, something happened here, I think. On here, event is some kind of body I gave whenever body happened at that time. So what I did is, if front end is giving some request, in this request method is post, at that time whatever the body it is giving it, in that body take it part by part. It will not take the full body at a time, it will take it part by part. The part is chunk. Now all chunk, here I will create one variable called body. Everything in the chunk I am storing it inside the body. So automatically body will contain the complete data once this loop is run. Now, once it is over, body will contain all things. And then in the response dot on end, in the ending one, whenever response is getting it over, whenever response is getting it over, at that time it will send some data here. Simple. Whatever the new one. JSON dot stringify data. Why did I put here data? The data dot push, because if I do here data, it might work. Go here, do the request. The server is happening. I only, it is not going inside, but if it is going inside, it should take the body and the chunks, and then it should respond like front end, whatever it is giving, it should take and it should add it to the current data, so that it should give it back like the three books. Like if it front end is sending one more book, that is the logic. So far, only 6 JavaScript session done for us, still in basics. It's compulsory to stringify. Yeah, stringify, because response will always send JSON data. Response will always send JSON data. It should be string answer only. You cannot send the direct array. If you directly send array, it will say it like error. JavaScript basics are going on. That's what I'm telling it, Ray. If JavaScript basics are going on for you, you try to learn basic asynchronous JavaScript. If you don't know, like, do you guys know why are you learning backend? You know what the backend will do? I think I told you in the first class only. Front end will do API request now. Then only backend will respond now. I am teaching you here how to respond. If you don't know how to request, तो respond में difficult हो जाता. Are you getting my point? I am teaching you how to answer, but you don't know what's the question only. वो बहुत problem रहता. This is not rocket science. I don't wait until you are, sir or someone teach you like the sir is not here, like it's not there, like it will take some time, or I'm not still completed, or I completed long back, or I forgot. वो पूरा बकवास रीजन है. तुम्हारे पास इंटरनेट है, तुम्हारे पास चैट जीपीटी है, तुम्हारे पास यूट्यूब है. एक दिन बैठे तो पूरा सिंक्रोनस जावास्क्रिप्ट आता. रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है ना. यू आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग समथिंग न्यू वन. Are you all getting my point, man? Online, are you all getting my point? Good. Okay, next one, sir. Next one. Like this, there are so many modules which were important, like which we use it in different cases. Okay, most used modules are these four, such as OS, path, uh, you know, OS path, FS file system, and HTTP. Okay, another one is there, URL module. This is also mostly used because based on different URLs, people will do it like different requests. URL module. It is used. It is used to provide utilities for the URL resolution and parsing. It helps to work with URLs and manipulate URLs. I think you all know what is URLs. URLs means like uniform resource locators. Like if anyone goes to google.com, amazon.in slash something something, those kind of things. Good. If I write it here, if I go here, if I write it here, const URL is equals to new, sorry, require URL. Now, I will give it here, const my URL. I'm creating one URL object equals to new URL https slash slash www prasad.com/careers or something like blog post question mark category equals to Java. So what you did, you just created one, you are just writing one URL. For that URL, you are creating one kind of object. Now I think you all know what is it mean by URL here. Anyone tell me what is the domain here? Sir, you are internet developer, web developer. What is the domain there? Prasad.com. What is the domain? Prasad.com. What is the page name? Which page I am in? Blog posts. Which page I am in? Blog posts. That is also called endpoint. What is it called? Endpoint. Or next, what are the query parameters I am passing? What are the query parameters I am passing? What are the parameters I am passing, sir? Query parameters. Category is equals to Java. If anyone knows JavaScript or even in HTML or something kind of one, if you are going from one page to another page, sir, okay, how do you send the data from one page to another page? Like for example, I go to here. I think if you know JavaScript, in JavaScript they will teach you this. Like Flipkart, go here, Flipkart. In Flipkart, if I go here, monitors, like when I click here, Samsung page is coming na. In this, how this page is looking? One TV is there. Left side, so many images are there. Right side, some title is there, and some price is there, or something is there. If I go to another page, sir, LG. Sir, this page is also looking same na, right or not? Except the content. Does both the pages are looking same or not? Do you think they will create two pages? Do you think they will create for every product different page? No. One page only they should use for all. How do they use one page for all? So in JavaScript, they will tell you, because every time when you are requesting the page, you will pass some parameter here. This guy is passing complete name as the page name, and also people will pass some kind of values. Like for example, if I go here, pass it the complete name. Can you see here? Here question mark PID equals to, they are sending something. What does it mean? Product ID. What product is this? Every time for that product ID they are passing. Based on that product ID, it is printing it. Right or not? Are you all getting my point, ma? So this kind of URLs, if you are having it, I just created one URL directly, but in reality, people will give the URL from the request. Whatever the request is coming URL, that URL only people will take it. Now here, if I just print it here, this particular my URL, new URL. Why it is saying it error? URL is not a constructor. I think there is a constructor URL by default. No such label. What does it mean? Why it is not taking? Node.js require new URL string. Correct only. I gave it string only. For console.time log. Oh, why did I print time log, re? Cha. Now can you see here? Automatically, it printed here the URL. Every URL data it will take. What is that URL href? What is the URL href? This. What is the origin? Prasad.com. What is the protocol? HTTPS. Is there any username and password you are sending it, sir? No. Now, host name Prasad. Host name Prasad. And port. Are you running it any port? No. Local. Like sometimes URL is like localhost for 3000 or something kind of one. It's not. Path name. Blog post. Search parameter. You know, category. And all such parameters will go inside the something called search params. From this search params, you can get whatever the search parameter you want. Like in a key value pair, they will be. Using this, you can able to do multiple operations, sir, on the URL. Understanding and doing the operations on URL. Understanding and doing the operations on URL is URL module, sir. Using this, you can able to do multiple. Like for example, I can do my URL dot my URL dot uh, get console.log my URL dot search parameters dot get category. Can anyone tell me what is the category value they are sending it, sir? Java. It will print that Java. You can understand and you can even manipulate the URLs once. Okay. That is about the URL, sir. Just have a note with it. Then we will discuss it different module systems and we'll discuss it node modules or package.json. Start it, sir. Next. Noted, ma? Note down slowly. Done. Now, next, sir, module systems. This is just an understanding kind of one. There are different module systems, different module systems, module systems. which are used which are used to import and export modules or files. Now, most widely used are most widely used are common JS module system, require JS module system. Sorry. Common JS is the required one. Common JS module system and ES6 ECMAScript ECMAScript module system, which is started in ES6. So I will show you some files. Like for example, I write here. I'm writing two files, sir. Basic module one. Okay. Sample module .js. Now inside the sample module JS, imagine inside the sample module JS, I have one function. It's like const sum is equals to a comma b console.log a plus b. This is a basic function which anyone knows, right? If I give it 2 comma 3, it will print it 5. Isn't it difficult, sir? No. Now, but I problem is I want to call this sum here. Can I do it? Can I do it here? Understand, sir. Which file you write, sir? Sum in sample. But which file you want to do? Module. Will it work, sir? No. So to get this, what people will do, here people should export. They will write it here module dot exports equals to sum, and whenever they are importing they will write it here. Whenever they are importing they will write it here import, sorry, const sum is equals to require require sample module dot js. No need of dot js. I think you need to write the path in the same folder. So here you are exporting it, here you are importing it, and here you are calling it. Till now, whatever we have done, everything we have done it in this particular format only. This is called common JS. What is it called, ma? Common JS. This is the legacy. Like in old times, people used to do this only. If anyone knows React, they know this all. Okay. Basically, this is one of the old way. When I done this here, the sum is not a function. Sum is a function. It's not taking the arrow function. Let me write it here. Normal functions. function. Sum it as a const. But basically it's same na. If you are taking it const also कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, this is an object. Obj. You are taking it as an object. So obj dot inside the obj sum is there. Here you are sending this object na. Object के अंदर sum है ना. Okay, that is the point. That's why they are saying it like sum is not a function, sum is not a function. Now can you see answer, product answer printed? 5. But where did you print this 5, sir? Here. But originally, where did you write the logic? In a sample. So from sample, it is coming. So in this line, you are exporting. In this line, you are importing. What is this called? SAM common JS. What is it called? Common JS. Please write it down. Import and exports in one file. Write it this. Here you exported. Like this, you imported. This is called common JS. Please write it common JS. How many you want, you can send it that many using the object. Okay. This is a default one, sir. Done, ma? Now. Now. Common JS. Sample module dot JS. And basic module dot JS. Require is used for import. Module dot export is used for export. Okay. Simple logic. Require imports as an object and exports also exported as an object. In olden times, people used to do this. In 2015, ES6 version. ECMAScript releases sixth version of JavaScript. In that sixth version, they changed it. They created a new type of module system called ES6 module system. What is it called, ma? ES6 module system. People call it as ES module system only because it works for ES6, ES7, ES8, and so on. Like now, currently ES15 is going on. Now, ES means ECMAScript. What shows we are sending it object, not function? Because you are writing it as a object here. This is an object. If I want it, like if I send it here, const x equals to 20. Can you see how many values I'm sending it here? Can you see how many values I'm sending it, ma? Two values. What are they? Sum and x. Both are sending it as a object. Now here I received what I received obj. Obj dot x. Anyone tell me what is obj dot x? 20. Obj dot sum is there. Obj dot x is there. Here you are exporting as an object. Here you are importing as an object. Is it clear, ma? Online, is it clear now? Good. Next. For ECMAScript module system. To the people who don't know what is it mean by ECMAScript, ECMAScript is not a separate language. ECMAScript is just an rule system for the JavaScript. Like for example, Java current version is something 23 or 24 something. Python something 3 point something. But do you know what is the current version of JavaScript? No. JavaScript will not have direct versions. No one will say JS1, JS2, JS3. Okay, because there is one rule set called ECMAScript. ECMAScript puts the rules for JavaScript. There are so many scripting languages: JavaScript, JScript, BScript. For all of them, who puts the rules? The one which puts the rules is ECMAScript. ECMAScript sets it like, okay, I want to release something new. Like for example, you in olden times in JavaScript, people used to use var. Now people are using let and const. People don't use var now. Why they are using let and const? Because in 2015 ECMAScript people said it like from now onwards we can use in JavaScript something called let and const. So every time these people will set the rules. Okay, that organization is called ECMAScript, and they releases new ideas with new versions. In 2015 they released a version called ES6. In that version this module system is there. Is it clear, ma? Online, is ES6 part of the JavaScript? ECMA and JavaScript. It called ECMAScript. Huh? अरे क्या हुआ? अरे देखो, understand this point. Like, how can I say? Mm. For example, one computer is there. The computer name is X. Okay. Now, how to use this computer? No one knows. Imagine. No one knows how to use computer. I write here one book. The book name is Y. What is the book name? Y. I release Y 1.0. Inside the Y 1.0, what will be there, sir? How to use this book? Sorry, how to use this computer X? Inside the book Y 1.0, right? Now people will read Y 1.0 and use what, sir? X, na? Okay. Now, latest, I write it here Y 1.2, Y 1.3, Y 1.4. Every time I am writing new book, that means I am giving new ways to use the text only. Na? Are you getting my point now? Y is not part of the Excel. Y is just a manual, right or not? If a book is following the recipe, that recipe is basically the ECMAScript. ECMAScript is not part of the JavaScript. It will give some kind of rules to the JavaScript and it will tell the people like how to use those rules. Every time when a new feature is added to the JavaScript, ECMAScript releases that feature and tells the people to use this kind of features. It's an organization basically. Online, in my point, noise has been reduced. Online, his voice is clear now. Online, am I audible now? Online, is it clear now? దానంతరం అదే అయిపోయింది. It is clear now. జస్ట్ అది తీసి పెట్టా అంతే. వర్కౌట్ అయిపోయింది. Hmm. రాలా ఆగిపోయింది ఇది. ఇది బ్లాంక్ అయిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిందంట. ఐ థింక్ నౌ యూ కెన్ హియర్. వన్ మోర్ టైమ్. So, if I write it one book, sir, and I tell it like how to use one particular computer in that book, that doesn't mean book is a part of the computer. When you buy washing machine, they will give one manual, na? What is the use of manual, sir? How to use that particular washing machine, they will tell. Is is that manual is part of the washing machine? No. But if you don't have that, you don't know how to use it. Imagine in manual they use and one more feature. They use one. They write another new manual. Tomorrow they tell me like don't use the old manual, use it new. Something they changed it, na? In the washing machine, something they changed. You don't know. That things which are working, they are telling it you now. Like this, that rules are set by the ECMAScript. Online, are you getting my point, ma? Online, are you all getting? So every time a new relation. So ECMAScript released new features in 2015 called ES6. ES6. Now currently ES 15th version is going on actually. Okay. The version released in, but why we are talking about ES6 only? Why everyone speak about ES6? Because ES6 is revolutionary. Like let const, template, literals, everything you are using modules and all are actually started in ES6 only. Okay. Here you can use you can use import and export keywords. Import and export keywords to import and export data between files or modules. Sir, earlier what did you use, sir? You used module.export. You used module.export. You used require. But instead of writing require, write it import. Instead of writing module.export, just write it export. That is what the ES6 people told. ECMAScript people told in their sixth version, use that only. Okay, how to use that I will tell you. Normally, you can use modules modules in Node.js in two ways. First one, use extension MJS, which is module JavaScript. Sir, we all are writing JS na, .js na? Basic modules.js, sample modules.js, prasad.js, something .js na? .js means JavaScript. But instead of writing .js, if you write .mjs, you can use modules. Directly, you can't use it. If I use it here, import, if I write it here, sir, instead of saying it, can you say export, sir, here? export. Normally, I can do this. But if I do this now, it will say some error. What does it mean by export? It don't know. You can even do it like something called, instead of doing this all, you can say import sum from dot slash. I can do this. But if I do this, sir, now can you see here one error is coming? Can you see one error? Modules. Cannot find modules. Okay, what does it mean by import? It don't know. Like maybe it is like .js problem. Usually you don't need it, but still, uh, देखो, sample module. It is not able to import. So why it is not importing, sir? It is not able to importing because we are e require is not defined in ES module scope. Okay, I used import only, na. Huh. Here it is not able to understand what is it mean by import only. That is because it by default it don't know what is mean by yes. It will still know common JS. Common JS is direct. If you want to change this, sir, change the name MJS. MJS. Change the name MJS. Go here. Now what is the problem? Now also throwing it error. Why? CLS dot MJS. Where did I use here? Go here.
Hey,
Now can you
listen,
see it
you have a
printed the
question
answer?
from Chegg. Hey, you
One
have a
solution
question from
is use
Chegg.
the
Hey, you have
MJS.
a question from
Another
Chegg.
solution.
Hey,
People don't like to
hey,
write
listen, you
MJS,
have a
JS
question from
or
Chegg.
TS. That's
Hey,
it. Don't write it MJS. This is not a good solution. This is possible, but instead of this way, there is a second way. Keep them as JS only. Keep them as JavaScript only. But instead of this, you can use package.json. What you can use, ma? Package.json. Use package.json. Anyone knows what is package.json? If anyone knows React, they will know this. In React, people will teach you something package.json. What is package.json, sir? Anyone? What is the use of this? Metadata. So package.json, it stores the metadata metadata of application. Sir, whatever the project you are doing it for this project, what is the name of the project, what are the modules you involved, what are the packages you installed, what are the libraries you uninstalled, what are the dev dependencies, what are the scripts you use, what is the version you are having it. Everything is maintained by one file called package.json, the first file which will check it in your server. Client also first thing it checks is package.json only. Now you can create it one file called package.json. In this package.json, you can say here type is equals to module. See here two are there. Common JS means common JS, module means module. If I do it here now can you see it printed 5, right? You can use this way or the previous way, but this is the best way. Is it clear, ma online? Online, is it clear? Good. Now, last but not least, there are three types of modules here. For the three types of concepts. First one, we discussed core modules. Now we understand what are the module systems. Last but not least, there are something called third party modules. Third party modules are also called or NPM packages. These these libraries are used for various purposes which can be installed or uninstalled using npm. What is npm? What is npm, sir? Node package manager. If anyone knows Python, in Python people will use pip to install something or something. In Java they will import directly java.util.asterisk. Same way, sir, I have one package, sir, somewhere. Some package is there. I wanted to download that package. First, you should have npm. Sir, npm, how do you have npm? If you download and install Node.js, automatically npm will be installed. Or you can check it here, npm-v. Can you see what is the version of npm I'm having? 11.5.2. You can check it here what kind of version you are having it. What is the use of npm? Using npm, you can install any third party packages in the internet. If you know basic html css, you all know bootstrap, na? Online also everyone knows bootstrap, na? How do you install bootstrap into your application? If you want to install bootstrap in normal html css, you will use cdn links, na? Instead of using cdn link, now we are using directly npm to install. Okay, instead of using cdn link, it will install this npm. Npm can install any kind of application, any kind of library. For example, I will give you one simple logic. uh, npm chalk. There is a package called chalk package, which is a simple package like a chalk piece. Okay, so I will just install. Can you tell here what is the command here? npm install bole to I npm install chalk. So I will write it here. Now if I do it here, if I go here, package.json is telling it. Can you see which package I installed and what is the version I installed? Someone is noting it down. The one everyone noting it down, everything which is happening in your application, noting it down is package.json. इसके पास पूरा information है. उसके लिए that is called metadata. Okay, automatically that package, every time a package you installed, it will also create another file called package log.json. That means you installed Chuck, sir. Nice. From where did you install that Chuck? Somewhere you installed, huh? From where it is coming it, everything in detail, where it is stored. Dekho, here, Chuck. Where did you store? Inside the node modules, inside the Chuck you are storing it. What is the link you are taking it from? This is the link you are taking it from. What is the certification? This is the certification. What is the license? This is the license. Which engine is running it? Node.js engine 12 or 14 or 16, greater than, you will run it. If you want to sponsor to Chuck, go to this link. Like this in detail about every dependency, someone will note it down, which is called package log.json. What is it called, sir? Package log.json. And where exactly Chuck is installed? It is installed inside the node modules. Inside the node modules. Now original Chuck code is there. For this Chuck, whatever the people wrote, that code is there here. Any doubts? So what is the use of the chalk? Chalk is very simple logic. The reason I used chalk is because I was just wanna do this thing like uh, go here console.log. In when I write it hello world, I will write it here chalk dot blue hello world, and I wanted to import this. सर यू आर राइटिंग चाक, बट चाक बोले तो क्या है मालूम है हमको? नहीं, तो पहला चाक इंपोर्ट करना है. Now if I do this, node hello world dot js. Can you see it printed hello world in blue color? Are you getting my point, ma? How it printed blue color, sir? Kyunki chalk package is there. Did you create the chalk package, sir? No, someone created it. But how did you get it, sir? Someone uploaded it into the npm, and I installed it through npm, and then I imported it. Then I used it. This is how any application works. Online, are you all getting my point, ma? Online, are you all getting my point? Chalk is a simple example, so that's why I gave it. Okay. So today's try it, try it today, try it that HTTP server, try it this Chalk, try to install more things and npm. That's it for today. Thank you all. I will post it everything into the uh, drive. Thank you. Yeah. Online, any questions? You can mention it, sir. You can leave, sir. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you all. Bye.